We'll call to order the May 14th, 2025 Board of Adjustments meeting. We'll do a roll call of members. Ms. Jamaica, just please note that Mr. Willie is not here and Mr. Brandon is not here. Everyone else is. Next, we'll open up for public comments for or against the Board of Adjustments.
No one signed up.
We'll close the public comments. I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes of the April 9th, 2025 meeting.
Let me jump in on this.
Okay,
It's got my name on here twice.
where?
I was absent last time. So it says if all the members were present, it's gotta be as present, then it's gonna be as absent.
Okay, Ms. Jamaica, can you note that and please have it changed? And with that exception, can I get a motion to accept the rest of it?
Oh, almost. I wasn't here for it, but I'll motion for it. I looked it over.
Motion by Devin, second by Jake, all in favor? That motion passes. Next, we have I'll entertain a motion to accept the written decisions for April 9th, 2025.
Make a motion.
Motion by Eddie,
I'll second.
second by Brian, all in favor? That motion passes. You want a paper copy? Jamaica usually got them.
I know, it's,
You good?
yeah.
You used to looking at it that way? Okay. First and only up tonight, we have a public hearing to consider the variance zoning review ID PZ 3654.25, lot 15A. Anyone here to represent this? Okay. What's that? Okay, well, you're not the homeowner. Okay. I saw you cutting grass across the street yesterday. You here to represent? You step up to the podium here and tell us about your variance and whatnot. Tell us what you're here for.
We're requesting a variance at 40422 Adele Street for a workshop that goes a little bit over the rear setback.
So they didn't get a permit to build this, I'm assuming? Lance? Okay. Questions, comments? You see the building there? Yeah, okay, you got it. No questions or comments for this gentleman? You're not the homeowner, you just
No, the homeowner
represent.
is present though.
Okay.
I was like, I'll have questions, but I figured let the public, like,
Okay.
I mean, my questions will be about why
Okay.
and stuff, so.
All right. So, y'all, we're gonna ask you to have a seat for a minute. We're gonna open up for public comment.
Sure. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, okay, we'll open this matter for public comment. First off, I know Ms. Jamaica has a public comment that was emailed in to from a person who couldn't make it.
Yes. It's from Sarissa M. It says, "My name is Sarissa. I live at 40432 Adele Street. I am sending this email on this public hearing. We have been having problems ongoing with this neighbor. They built this home on this quiet street. We have never had so much traffic in and out of one's driveway, so much all day and night. They think they can do whatever they feel with no concern for any of the neighbors. They dug a ditch and had no permission from the parish. The parish contacted Carlos to put the dirt back to fix the problems. He sent 3 guys to move mud around with shovels. I had to call because we had backup sewer water in our yard stinking up. Can't even go outside and enjoy our beautiful days. I called the parish out there. They had to come and dig cement out of the ditch for their cement wall that they put up too close to the ditch. They should have not been allowed And we are all continuing to have problems with our draining problems. We didn't have this before they moved here. They put this building up that is very uncomfortable for us neighbors. We have children and we like to have our family time in our backyard where we feel comfortable and our children feel safe, but now this is very uncomfortable. They can look down in our yards and our girls cannot go outside and swim and feel no one is watching them. With this going on, we have no privacy. This is going to be a dwelling for workmen and boys. Someone needs to help us keep our kids feeling safe in their own homes and yards. There are rules that we have to follow as citizens, and they should have to do the same. No one should have to deal with the problems that we have had in the past year. We have been here for 20 years, and we have had peace until this started. Please help us keep our streets safe. And that's it.
Thank you for reading that. Do we have anybody else signed up for public comment?
No one else signed up.
I know I forgot to mention at the beginning of the meeting, if y'all would like to get up and speak on this matter, you get 3 minutes to come up and talk to us.
Can we get clarification on what the issue is exactly? Is it no permit, no variance over the line?
So what we do as a Board of Adjustments, we're a board for the zoning of the parish, and we hear and either allow or don't allow variances on the building setback or the side setbacks. So this gentleman has built a building that is 16 feet encroaching on the rear setback of the property. The normal setback on all properties in the parish is 20 foot.
In residential.
Residential, I'm sorry, yeah. So he has built with 4 foot from the rear setback. So that's what we're here tonight to just decide whether to let him keep the building there or make him move it.
So that's the only issue is the setback.
That's the only issue that we are here tonight for, yeah. Apparently he's got other issues, but that's with the building department and whatnot.
I wasn't sure, I didn't get my letter because I lost it. Nick had one.
They have a permit for the structure.
We're not about permits, sir. This is just the location of the building we're only here for. The permitting and other stuff would be with the administration of the parish. We're just a board for adjustments.
Not to interject, if you want to have a conversation with us, it'd be best to sign up, and that way your name, we all have this on official record. Y'all welcome to come and say whether you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, and Mr. Baker can assist y'all with that.
So y'all don't want to get up and speak?
Is there a parish, you already said there's a parish roof, right? They have to be 20 feet away from the ditch. So they gotta be 20 feet away from the ditch, correct?
No, 20 feet from the rear setback.
Okay, so
Let's come up here.
Yeah, come on up
Please
to
come,
the
yeah,
podium.
please come to the podium. We gotta get it all on record. It's a public reading rules. And just before you leave, you will sign with Mr. Maker.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No, my name's Charles Averill. I live across the street. But if they're encroaching on something, it seems like, why am I here? Y'all should just tell them, hey, your structure's on the wrong place, move it. Correct?
Well, that's what we decide as a board. Sometime it's interfering, sometime it's not. Sometime the rest of the houses, sometime it's conducive to the area, sometime it's not. Obviously, this is not conducive to the area y'all in.
Yeah. Is anyone else encroaching on it that's there that you know of?
I like to answer some of these. So
Yeah.
one, we do it specific to this property. We don't really want to base it on anything else. The setbacks and all were placed with zoning in the 2000s. So you get a lot of non-conforming, and our job is to make sure that someone gets to use their property and all if they need to. So it's a hardship. So the hardship is like, hey, I only got 90 feet, I'm putting a 50-foot building, I need to touch into that setback by so many feet.
Can understand that.
There's nothing to it, but, I don't ever use the word general and set a precedence here, but we like to work with people when it's appropriate and acceptable to do so,
Different circumstances.
different circumstances.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Again, if you would sign up with Mr. Jamaica, please.
Yeah, just sign it, Cole. Anyone else want to speak on this matter before? Okay, we'll close public comment. Sir, you can step back up. Agent, you step back up for more questions, comments from the board.
I would just like to.
Okay, you want to make a comment? Go ahead.
Yeah, just the only comment was just that, you know, it's a structure that doesn't have any windows that nobody's gonna be living under. It's what it is, a workshop. If there's any issues with, you know, surveillance towards their yard, I don't, you know, as a,
We're not here for that.
yeah, as a newly father, I don't see how that relates.
Well, it
Yeah.
looks like more than just a shop, but that's my opinion.
Says pool house on the drawings.
Okay. So it'd be a house, be a residence of sorts. Any questions?
I would
know we
just
got
like to,
questions.
I would
Okay.
just like to make a comment that, you know, it seems like the homeowners, they put a great deal of thought into this and had drawings done, and they were prepared by a professional and all. And the situation we're in now is they didn't go the extra step to get a permit that would have alleviated this problem, because it would have come up and been found already.
Right.
And now we have a half-built structure that, you know, is not in compliance.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll do some questions if you got time.
Yeah.
I want to follow on with what he just said was, you know, you did the drawings, the house is there, obviously it was built. I'm assuming you all understand that the homeowner understood that a permit must be pulled to build a house. I think he would know that a permit needed to be for this. I mean, under 200 square feet, you
Well, I'm
get
not
away
sure
with
who was
stuff.
handling the project, but that was before we stepped in and.
I got you,
You know,
but-
try to do it the correct way.
I respect that. It's not a little small shed, that's my base way.
Right.
It's not just a workshop, it says billiards and pool house and all these other terms, which can always be changed, that's not a problem. The terminology is not the deal here.
Right.
You're 4 foot off property lines, we don't like, as a parish, I don't work for the parish anyway, but I want, if they need to do any kind of cleaning behind a ditch, utility poles, all my other favorite topics I like to
Right.
talk about.
Drainage.
You want them, drainage, you want them to be able to get back there. That's the point of the 2000s zoning rules that we set in place.
Correct.
I hate to say it, I feel like y'all might have, I don't want to say purposely, but somebody dropped the ball, and it's not a hardship, it's a, let's use the word mistake. But it's not a hardship to me, because you got the funds are there, it's a beautiful building, I drove by it right before I came here. I tried to go look at properties before I go talk about them, but, I think it was just improperly done, and whether it's, we purposely avoided the permit or what, I mean, this could have been solved by just following the rule of our parish, our ordinances of the parish.
I got a question for you, Lance. I see the neighboring property has, and quite a few of the neighboring properties to the east of it have a ditch that run in between the backside of both properties. And it appears to, does it stop at this house, or did they fill it in, or
They get turned.
is there a drainage servitude?
There's no drainage servitude. The plat does not show a drainage servitude on this lot or the lot next door. There's a plat that's in the packet, and it doesn't show any servitudes.
So what about to the east of it?
I didn't go that far down, so I don't know if there's a servitude on that lot because it's not part of this
Okay.
request.
So-
I see a ditch there also, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think, just to answer that, when I rode by, I seen a ditch, I think it's
yeah,
just an old ditch on the property line, you know, back in the day.
right.
But it probably moves water, and that's important to the neighbors.
Yeah, obviously.
So,
It's on the, okay, but it's not on the property that we're looking at. Yeah, but what Mr. Lance was saying was that
it doesn't have a
it doesn't
designated
have a
servitude.
servitude on this piece of property we're looking at right now. And that was my question, if it was ever had a servitude. Any other questions or comments or motions or?
I don't want to go straight on make a motion, but I do understand some steps were skipped here.
If it's
We
any
don't want to
help.
ever promote that. That's a big issue we're having. Actually, a lot of times, when I first joined this board 10 years ago, this was the majority of the time, was people just built stuff and then they got caught, essentially.
Right.
And then we had to fix it. And this is a huge variance, in my opinion. So mine's not going to be positive, but I'd like my colleagues to, at the recommendation of staff, come up with an idea, come up with what we can do.
Yeah, and I mean, if we can just be given a plan to remedy the issue.
I cut off
It's-
20 foot.
It's 5 feet. It's 5 feet that we're asking for.
No, you're asking for
50.
You're asking for
16 feet.
16-foot variance. You're asking to leave 4 feet, 16 of the variance. That means you're 16 feet too far into the setback.
85%.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how to remedy it, I can tell you that. I've worked in construction, but I only wired stuff up. But I use a Sawzall and cut stuff all the time. I don't know if we need to just go and cut 10 feet off this puppy or what. That'd be my only suggestion, just to tell you how my opinion goes. Gentlemen?
Any other comments, motion?
I mean, I'm in agreement with Devin. I don't see the hardship unless I missed something here. But it looks like they want to work with the parish, so if they come up with a plan after today, that would be great to move forward for them, but I think it'd be left up to the parish to decide what to do.
Well, I think it's left up to us.
Well, after the variance.
Right now, I mean,
Yeah.
as far as that goes, the building permits and everything else, that's the building department, but
Right.
we're gonna not allow any variance or variance a few feet or what's your wishes?
I can give you all this, and I don't know if legal would want to say this with me, but if we deny them today and they remedy the plan with the building department, I think that's more appropriate, in my opinion, for us to deny, let them go talk to building, see what building thinks as far as getting their permit situated, getting everything in order, yada, yada. And then they're welcome to come back in front of us with different numbers. They can't come
Okay.
back with the same exact numbers.
See, I'm
that
sorry,
right?
hold on.
We're not gonna accept the application until they meet the requirement.
Okay.
So we're not even gonna look at the plans. We're not
Okay.
even gonna, I mean, that's where it stopped. So if they don't meet the requirement, the first thing they have to do is either come here and get a variance, or they're not gonna be able to build the building. Because we're not gonna issue a permit on something that has,
Right.
some type of, I'm not gonna say violation, but, it doesn't meet the requirements.
Okay.
I think maybe if I might be able to say a little bit what Devin was saying, I think maybe he's wanting a denial and them come back with a number that's more acceptable after working with y'all, maybe a number of variance of some footage or whatever to move the building. Is that kind of?
Yeah, but I think what Lance is saying is they won't look at it at all without the variance. So he would either need to, my opinion, only opinion,
Yeah.
is work with the contractor and say,
Contractor.
what's my number I can do? If we were to say, throwing out something, if we were to say 10 feet, you would need to talk to somebody and say, what do I gotta do to move this building, which is a pain at rear end to do.
Yeah.
What do I need to do to move this building 7, 8 feet forward, whatever was the number, 6 feet forward? So that's where I'm gonna be at, I can tell you that. It's not a motion, I'm gonna tell you that. I would say 10 feet, just for the protection of the neighbors, people on Cathy Street, everything like that, so. That's
So
why
the
we have
structure
these
can
setbacks.
remain the same as long as we would move it.
You would have to either move it as it is or slice off 6 feet of it.
Well, we can't say if a structure could remain.
Yeah, I can't
It
tell
would
you
have to
that.
be approved by the building.
Yeah.
We're just here about that small piece of land.
That's right.
I mean, I'll make a motion that I would do a variance of 10 feet. And if you would accept that, that's it, but, or I'm gonna deny it, one or the other. And I'm not trying to negotiate, I'm just telling you which.
Make the motion. If he decides to accept it, good.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I just want,
Could you give me,
more discussion for
I
you.
mean, if
could you
you
give me like 5 minutes to discuss it?
No.
Well, I mean, essentially what we'll do, we're
No
gonna
discussion.
make the discussion
We
and
already-
say, hey, we'll give you 10 feet and y'all would have to remedy it from
We
there.
I think we have a motion on the table, right? You made a motion of 10 feet? A variance of 10 feet, I think?
I personally would say I wanna deny it as written
Well-
and let them go talk to their contractor and it's remedy it, instead of just making it a useless motion.
Okay.
But I'll second something else if y'all wanna have that. I don't wanna just deny them to be
I think if we can be given that variance of 10 feet, it would be,
What's that?
I think if we can be given that variance, it would be a lot easier than to,
We got some friends over there can make that motion.
I mean, how y'all,
I'll do it by the rules. I'll make a motion to deny as written. And if I don't get a second, it fails.
okay? Motion by Devin to deny,
I'll second.
second by Eddie. Any opposed? All in favor? Aye. The variance is
I'll have a
denied.
conversation with you going, well, I don't overstep my lane here, sorry.
thank you.
All right, variance is denied. Next up, we have, any old business?
No old business?
Okay, any new business?
No, sir, no new
No new
business.
business. Next, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn motion by Mr. Devin Graham,
second.
second by Mr. Bryan. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.